Hey guys, it's me, Wilson, and we're back with another video on F1 2021, and we're here for event 4 of the F1 Esports Challenges. I never know how I forget all of this, because you'd think I'd know after, or before making the video, but I always forget. So it's event 4, round... I forgot I get round 7? This is round 7, yeah, this is round 7. Event 4, round 7, and we're at Belgium, Spa-Francorchamps. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting race. If you saw last event, we got a podium in Austria after Pens, and Britain, I think we got P8 or P7, I can't remember. But nevertheless, we're 4th in the standings, but 6th is like 2 points away, and 3rd is like 20 points away. So it's going to be an interesting event. We're really trying to make ground on 3rd place and make ground on 7th. At the end of the day, all I really want is a top 6. At this point, we're not really trying to go for glory. We just need that top 6 to get the pro license, which, if you don't know, allows us to compete in the Pro Series next season if we're lucky enough to get picked by a team. But nevertheless, here we go into Spa. The race pace and the quali pace is alright here. As usual, quali pace, I'm never usually the quickest. PB was a 0.8. I've done a few 0.8s. 0.9s are fairly consistent, could do them pretty consistently. But as you can see, on our first lap, we actually invalidate our banker, which I wasn't too disappointed about. You may have thought that put us in the back foot, but didn't disappoint me too much, as the lap time was very poor. It was a 0.5, I believe. But now we're coming on to the end of our mid-session lap, and it's a 0.169. Tomic had a 904 already. Very good lap from Tomic. That actually puts us P2. A lot of people struggling to get a lap together at this time in the session, but we're going to skip to the last run of the session. I'm going to take you on board for this run. A very long lap around here at Spa, probably one of the longest laps, but nevertheless, coming up to turn 1, brake at the white line, down to 3rd gear. Try use this curb to take your car into the apex. We don't do it very well up to 4th gear, and that's going to be a mid to low 0.1 first, I'm pretty sure. On 7.4 wing, that is not great. We really want to be aiming for 0.0 firsts, as what Tomic has done, but trying to open the DRS as early as we can to shave off any milliseconds we can going into Lecom. Lecom is definitely one of the hardest parts of the track. I believe very RNG on these rotation curbs. Into the corner, 4th gear, up to 5th for this next left. We actually have a screen freeze halfway through the corner. That loses a bit of time. That is not helpful whatsoever. Now down to this right-hander, very long. Trail braking is extremely important around this corner. We go green on the delta again. Now through no name. Very easy to lose the back end. Another slight screen freeze. We've had 2 screen freezes on this lap. It's not going great. Now down to Puon. A slight lift through Puon. Then back in the power. Half a 10th up on our 0.1. Now coming up to Pifpa. Very crucial. We take a lot of inside curb here to not unsettle the car. Then through to this left part, take a lot of inside curb as well, onto throttle, pushing the limits of the car through this right-hander. Very easy to lose the rear end, and we do lose the rear end. We've lost about half a 10th through that corner. It's a 0.8 split, a 0.8 high split to be important, and that is not a great split going into this last corner. We know there's time in this last corner. We're currently sat on a 0.2 last sector. There's at least half a 10th going into this last chicane. It's called the bus stop chicane, up to the 100-meter board now, braking just after it, slam onto the brakes. 3rd gear, use this curb to rotate your car, keep it in 3rd for the next left, try and get in the power early as you can, opening the steering wheel, opening the DRS, shifting up the gears, and it's a 41.105, which is not a great time whatsoever. And that puts us at the end of the session P6, which is very lucky, considering how bad the lap was. I think we got very lucky. A lot of people bottled apart from Tomic, so yeah, the times were not quick whatsoever, but I'll take it, honestly. We can't be disappointed, considering that got us P6 somehow. But if you look there, it was actually raining at the end of the race. We skipped very quickly onto the 5 red lights, and away we go. It's a very quick editing skills from me. But here we go into turn 1. Can we get a good run up the straight? It's very important, as you may know, through Spa, to get an amazing run through this straight up Eau Rouge because it means everything for your race. We're right behind your teammate, Christoph. Can we get a run up Eau Rouge? We have a look. Nothing can be made of it. We turn off the ERS. It's going to be very sketchy up Eau Rouge. Do we keep it flat? It looks like we do. They're up Eau Rouge, turning back on the ERS. Can we make anything of it? Everyone's using the ERS. We see Ulas. He comes off it. We come off it too, as there's no point in fighting, as we cannot get side by side with anyone. No point in wasting the ERS. There's a car side by side up ahead. That looks like Piotr. He's gone deep. Sammy been trying to make anything of it. He cannot do anything of it. It's Atomic 1 and Piotr 2. And now we're trying to make something work. On to lap 2 now. We're still behind our teammate, and Ulas is still behind us. Nothing is being really made of it. If you can hear slightly there, we're checking if the rain is close. It says a few laps out. If you saw the radar at the start of the race when we're on the grid, it actually said it was raining at the end of the race. So that's going to make things pretty stressful as 2 cars come into the pits. I can't remember who that was. I think that was Tomek and Piotr coming into the pits. Now we're on to lap 3 now. We've got our teammate ahead, so we need to do the opposite of what he does. He pits, so we stay out one more lap. We do have the DRS. This is not great. We're going to have to push very, very hard. This means Tomek and Piotr are going to have a 2-lap undercut on us. Even though they're ahead of us, this could make it so much easier for them to get a gap, a 1-second gap. That means DRS is out of the question. So we really need to push this lap, use all of our DRS. You can see Ulas behind us. He's in a very good position now because he can slingshot off us and gain more positions. He's going to use the DRS and fly by us. This puts us in a very, very tricky situation. But we were thinking at this point, is the rain going to come? Do we stay out and wait for the rain? I don't know. It was a very confusing time while I was driving. And when you're trying to drive at these speeds and keep the car on the track and not crash, not get warnings, it's really hard to decide your strategy. So this is where I make my decision. Does you last bit? He does, so I just follow him in. I think we may as well go for the safe option. There's no point in trying to stay out and waiting for the rain. Previous races, it has rained and not got wet enough at Spa, so we're going to trust our gut instinct and pit. I saw the rain coming, but I was like, if I stay out and it goes to shit, sorry for my language, yeah, I'd be very disappointed with myself. But you can see cars passing. You can't see my minimap as Ulas actually ghosts inside us. So I was very surprised by that. I thought, yeah, I was just confused as we do not need to respect the pit exit line. But now what I'm trying to do, I don't think Ulas has the DRS. So I'm going to use all my RS and try and slingshot off Ulas. If we can get by him, this is very crucial for our top 6 finishing position in the championship. You can see he's using his ERS as well because the slipstream is not being very effective. We open the DRS using a lot of ERS. Slipstream, DRS, and DRS is all on power, and we make the move stick. The gap ahead is 1.3. We're going to have to close it. That's John and Christoph. They are fighting for that 4th place position, I believe, and it looks like we're just about to get into that 9/10 gap, which we need, and we get into it crucially, which is very important for our race. Now John back in the DRS, and it's actually started raining at this point. If you can just see slightly, the quality isn't great, but you might be able to see slightly. My graphics are very low to optimize FPS, but you might be able to see tiny raindrops. But it has definitely started raining. It started raining roughly lap 7, I think it was. So the grip is slightly being affected, but not too much. It's still 100% dries. Now we're setting up a move in Christoph. I've been setting up this move for a while. You can see going wide into turn 1, trying to get that better exit, and we're all over Christoph, a 10th behind him, 10th and a half behind him. I've been setting this move up for 2 laps now. I can see him struggling a little bit. Going up Eau Rouge now, he's flashing. That means he's below 10%. We've got 30%. ERS, so this is the easiest move of the race we could make. Now going around the outside, getting John Evans' slipstream. This is going to help even more. We cover off the inside to make sure Ulas doesn't send one down our inside, and now we go into Lecom. Perfect move and easy up into P5. Can we make anything in John Evans? I don't know. We've not got a lot of ERS left, so it's going to be tough. And we're going to have to wait and see. Going on to the last lap now. The rain is getting slightly heavier. Again, you might not be able to see it, but I can definitely feel it under the car. You might even be able to see the way I'm driving. The car does not feel great whatsoever. But a lot of people pit for inters now. Those are the people who stayed out just praying the inters would eventually come into play, but obviously they didn't. So I'm very grateful I did not stay out. As you can see, it's just not wet enough early enough. But going up Eau Rouge now, still keeping it flat, I believe. And I think you might be able to see the rain a little bit clearer. But just up ahead now, they're going 3 wide. I was praying one of them crashed. It would just make our life so much easier in the championship if one of them crashed. But they do not. And yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty easy last lap now. Nothing's really happening, to be honest. You can see John going slightly deep there, but yeah, nothing's really happening. It's the rain's starting to pound down a little bit more. It's starting to get very wet in this race, and the conditions are just, yeah, they're not great. I'm really tiptoeing about. You can definitely see now with the driving how slow it's getting, and I think everyone, or most people, would have been thinking, let's just bring the car home now, because Spa, it's already tricky enough with its curbs, especially. But then in the wet with slick tyres, it's even worse. But let's see what our split is coming out of Sector 2. We are 2 seconds off, and that is an indication. I think give it one more lap, and it would have been intermediates. But yeah, the rain is not heavy enough. So now all we've got to hope is Samuel Bean. Is Samuel Bean going to send it? I think that's Piotr leading, but he's going for a move on Tomic. Are they going to crash? I was kind of praying they would crash for our own sake, but they're going side by side through the bus stop. Are they going to spin? Samuel Bean does get tagged slightly, going to the left, and nothing is made of it. So going up to the line now, that's a P5 finish in Spa, which I can't complain. I don't think I can complain too much, to be honest. Just bringing solid points home again. We beat ULAS, and we beat Can. We beat quite a lot of people that we needed to gain on, and the only people who beat us that probably wasn't great was John and Samuel. But we gained on Christoph this race, and we pulled away from ULAS and Kanakinchi. So that's definitely very helpful for our top 6 hopes. It makes life a lot easier. And yeah, so I'll take it. We can't really complain, considering at this point I just want to get through this championship. I've not really been enjoying it as much. It feels more like a chore, which I don't think helps when it comes to motivation and just general driving performance. But yeah, nothing against the competition, but genuinely cannot wait for this to be over. Really not been enjoying it. But I hope you guys have been enjoying the videos. And on that note, I think we'll wrap up. Next video will be Zandvoort round 8. And yeah, I don't know when that'll be out. But sometimes I leave it a while because I can't be bothered editing it, in all honesty. And sometimes it will be out very quickly. For all you know, it could be out an hour after this one. So hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the race. Any questions, leave it in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.